Hello and welcome to E is for Eragon, an Eragon reread podcast. I'm your host, Charlie.
I'm Nick.
I'm gonna kill myself.
E is for Eragon.
I'm gonna kill myself!
E is for Eragon. We could just cut this whole recording. It's been like 10 minutes, yeah.
It is E is for Eragon, but
Stand it. I can't take it in here anymore. Okay.
Quitting the podcast.
Yeah, I'm out. Fuck it, leave it. Hello and welcome to E is for Dragon, an Eragon reread podcast. I'm your host, Charlie.
I'm Nick.
I'm Sean.
And Nick's on summary this week.
Yeah, we've got three short chapters with not a lot to talk about, but some very exciting events. Something that we've been waiting for a long time. First chapter is Murtagh, and then we've got a writer's legacy of a writer, and then the Diamond Tomb. Woo! Alright, starting off with Murtagh. The mysterious stranger reveals himself to be Murtagh.
Woohoo!
Love that guy. He's our new brooding protagonist. He's described as all hot and sexy and Eragon but better. He's got his bow and his sword. He seems like a very put together guy. Eragon is recovering from the Razak attack and blasts off his handcuffs and has some small confrontations with Murtagh, but he's very injured, so Murtagh's just kind of staring at him like, hey dude, it's okay, I want to be friends. Eragon and Saphira go heal Brom with a little bit of magic. It's very cool seeing them do magic together. Eragon is a little suspicious of Murtagh, rightly so, and tries to reach into his mind and finds there's a mental wall there. So Murtagh is, in addition to being very suspicious on the surface, very suspicious mentally too. And he gives that some thought, but he's too tired to do much. So they kind of just leave the tent area, go find a nice cave in a hill, and rest for the night. That's about what happens in Murtagh, the chapter. Next is Legacy of a Rider. Saphira goes to wake up Eragon. Something's wrong. Brom is shaking and convulsing, and he's fallen to the cave floor. And between this, he's feverish. He's yelling. He says to Eragon, "Bring me my wineskin." Eragon says, "Don't drink wine." And anyway, he uses the wine and washes off his hands, and under a layer of dye reveals that he also has the Gidway Ignacia, and showing that Brom is or was a rider.
Surprise! Coming.
He gives us a little bit of story about how he was actually a rider in training and befriended Morzan before he betrayed everyone. And in the battle, Brom's dragon was killed, and her name was also Saphira. Brom says, "I didn't tell you because there was no need to," and rambles on a little bit. Honestly, I think you probably could have told Eragon this, but we'll come back to that.
We'll share our thoughts.
Yeah, we've got thoughts. Brom gives a final blessing to Eragon and dies. You may not see this
You
on the
can't see
podcast.
it, we're saluting.
We're saluting.
21 gun salute for Brom.
And so it was that Brom the storyteller died. Anyway. Yeah, they go. Eragon mournfully says, "We have to give him a proper burial." Murtagh is like, "Why?" And then Eragon says, "Okay." He says, "I don't care," and then they do it anyway. Eragon uses some magic, opens up a stone grave, and buries Brom with a small epitaph, which we also have more thoughts on.
A really good one.
Here lies Brom. Then, later that night, he goes to bed and dreams of that mysterious woman who's got blood dripping from her fingers now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about all that happens in Legacy of a Rider. Finally, for this episode, we have the Diamond's Tomb. This is sort of a very exposition-y chapter. Aragon is being the saddest guy of all time, for good reasons, I suppose. Oh, Murtagh actually has the mind wall in here, because it turns out Murtagh's got like a lot of information about what's going on and who Brom is, and like his history as a rider. So it seems that Murtagh kind of knew about all of this. And another thing that Murtagh knows about is Zarok, the sword that Brom gave Aragon. Actually belonged to Morzan, the Forsworn who betrayed and murdered all the riders. So there's more things that Brom was keeping from Aragon. Surprise, surprise, even after he died. Didn't reveal anything. Saphira and Aragon talk a little bit more. Aragon talks to Saphira about his dreams about the woman. Saphira laughs at him. Murtagh kind of jumps in here and volunteers to travel with Aragon now that he's kind of without another traveling companion, and says, I have nothing better to do, so I can kind of ride with you and protect you, and I'm not too concerned that the whole of the Empire might be sent after me, because sent after you because they're after me as well. Then, as they're leaving, Aragon and Saphira visit Brom's tomb one last time, and Saphira decides she's going to pay her respects by touching the tomb, casting some dragon magic, and forever preserving Brom in a diamond, like transparent tomb. What does it say? So he can rest in peace for eternity.
So beautiful. Thank
So
you so
beautiful.
much, Queen.
Good job, Saphira.
Awesome spell. Beautiful. Yeah, I think that's all we've got this week. Very nice. I'm so fucking glad Murtagh's finally here.
Yes.
He's so emo.
Equally glad that Brom is gone. Let's talk about Murtagh first.
Yeah.
What a beautiful exchange we've made.
Finally, the good part.
The thing is, Murtagh is just as, like, obtuse and mysterious, but he's not being a dick about it.
Yeah.
You know? It's his business because it's his business.
Yeah.
It's not like he's actively keeping Aragon from secrets that are, like, vital information for him as training. It's just like, this is my business.
It's my life and I don't know you.
Mm.
Yeah, he is very mysterious, though. I love how much of his description in these 3 chapters is him, like, he said with an odd emotion to his voice, or he's got like a weird look in his eyes, he's like staring wistfully at something.
Yeah. I think maybe Aragon is just really not very in tune with people's emotions. Like, he's just like, I can tell there's an emotion happening on this person right now. But I'm not really
Could be anything.
It's not lining up with like the 4 that I know.
Yeah, it's not angry. It's I don't think he's sad right now. Ooh, those are all of them.
Oh yeah, I love Murtagh's obviously is literally just described as cooler, sexier Aragon.
Aragon,
same colour hair, everything, except he's 2 inches taller and he's 19. But I love how his gear is like, he has such rich boy shit on him.
He's swagged out.
Mm-hmm. I want to know.
Got his hand in a half sword.
Yes, beautiful, fantastic.
Iconic.
So cool.
Why does he have a hunting horn? If he's travelling alone?
I don't know.
Is it just for clout? Is that like medieval swag?
It's not a hunting horn, it's just a
It's
horn,
just
right?
a horn.
Well, what is that for?
It's boring.
Well, maybe-
Yeah, he's just honking it because he's bored.
I did not to know. Ask him.
Maybe it's
I
a
will,
drink-
I'm sending him an
it's
email.
a drinking horn? That doesn't make much
That
sense.
doesn't make sense. He's got a wineskin on.
He's got a wineskin.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's like rude to drink straight out of your wineskin. You know? Even on the road, you gotta have your drinking horn with you.
No, it seems inefficient. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He's kind of a hunter-ish guy.
Yeah, he is. Well, he's
but you don't
Eragon
need
better.
Did they ever explain how he shoots arrows from both sides of the camp?
I think he
just
ran.
ran.
He just runs really fast.
He's got legs, bro.
It did say there was a pause.
Okay.
He
just runs around the other side of the camp.
Yeah.
He's got jukes, dude. He's got moves. He's like Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings movie.
He's got
He's
techniques.
getting it.
Animated. He's got techniques. Yeah, the
Yeah,
thing about
he'll
Eragon
use
is he
them.
has no techniques.
Yeah.
And he needs to build up
No,
some.
he's got Fling Rock.
That-
And he's Master of the Blade. He's got lots of them. He just hasn't had a chance to show
You're
off.
right. Do you think Murtagh's also Master of the Blade?
I
don't
he's
know,
shown
who
to be
could've
kind of
taught-
good at the blade.
Who could have taught him to be Master of the Blade?
He's not master of the
Yeah.
blade. He doesn't know any
No.
elves.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Well,
Yeah.
Eragon's only Master of the Blade brackets human.
For
Yeah.
humans, yeah.
I want to see them spar. I want to know if Murtagh can beat him up. I mean,
I think that they're pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, I think they might spar later on.
I don't know. He's a slightly older, slightly taller teenager, so it might really be over for Eragon.
Just the
Not
cooler
this
Aragon.
1,000-year-old man.
They didn't describe.
100-year-old
Collapsing to dust. It's whatever. I would love to know what his horse's name is.
Man. I would love to. know
The great grey war horse that he has.
Yeah.
He has like a rich boy horse. It's so good, except his clothes are all battered. I guess
Yeah.
he just doesn't wash them alone.
He's
It's
been
hard to
tracking
watch
the
them
Razak.
on the trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, Murtagh is such a good, like... Brom's mystery is annoying, and Murtagh's mystery is like, oh my god, who is this guy? Like, why is he tracking the Razak? Why does he know so much stuff?
Yeah, because Brom is like the kind of mystery where it's like, well, the guy you knew all along has secrets, but then he won't ever share any of those secrets on pain of death.
Yeah, and it's like,
So
why would
it's
you want
just
to
like
know?
frustrating because you don't get to know any. You're like, this guy's got secrets and you don't get to know them.
Yeah, and
He's the
he still has
storyteller.
secrets because he told Saphira shit that we don't know yet.
Yeah.
Like, he literally died, and there's still a bunch of shit we're gonna find out about him.
Yeah, and like him keeping secrets just feels like. Should we take a pause while everyone's rumbling outside? Him keeping secrets, Brom, is like. It feels like shit we need to know, and he's keeping it for stupid reasons. Because, like, if you're a mentor character, you're supposed to pass your information on.
Yeah.
That's your whole thing.
Mhm.
But Murtagh being like, I'm so
He's
mysterious.
not a mentor. That's not his point.
Exactly.
He's just a
He can have
companion.
secrets.
He's a random guy, and it's cool for him to not tell you stuff because it's his life and he doesn't have to. I like him.
I like him.
I like
I like him a lot.
You know, I like the cut of his chin.
I quite fancy him. I will admit, Murtagh is my favourite character from these books and has been for a very long time, but I think it's simply because he was deeply, deeply, deeply emo in the movie. Like, this man's hair is dyed black.
Oh yeah, that's a different character described from the book.
Yeah, Murtagh's like a normal guy in the description.
He's kind of a jock in the description.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading.
But if you guys zoom in on this colour photograph
I
image,
can't zoom. That's minuscule. I can't zoom in on
he,
that.
he shows up in all black with clearly dyed black hair, and I was watching this.
He
when
looks
did this
like
fucking
Kylo
movie come-
Ren.
Exactly. When did this movie come out? Like 2006?
Yeah, something like that. Maybe
Yeah,
2008.
I don't know.
Watched it as like a 10-year-old. My emo boy sensibilities have been on since life. Like birth. But like, latched instantly. And I've always thought of him as ultra emo boy, but he seems to just be Eragon again. It's sad. Dye your hair, king. Maybe he does when all that bad stuff happens to him.
Wait, spoilers.
He's cutting his bangs in the mirror,
Yeah.
crying.
Oh, no.
I like to talk about Aragon's injuries.
Yeah,
he's so
fucked
hurt.
He
up.
got fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sucks if someone kicks you really hard in the ribs.
Yeah, I like the bit where Murtagh's like kind of tending to his wounds, and he takes his shirt off, and he's so fucked up, he's all bruised and shit, and he just goes, "Ouch!"
Ooh, damn.
Owie.
Ow, that looks
Ooh,
kind of owie.
Yeah.
Saphira growling in the background like, "Don't you fucking dare touch
You're
him."
hurting him.
You're hurting
When there's one line when he's done tending to his own wounds, and he goes over to Brom. And Murtagh's like, if you take that bandage off, he's gonna bleed to death. And Eragon fully ignores him and does it anyway.
And then he's like, oh, okay. I remember from Garrod's injuries that the Razak's poisoned blades heal poorly. Let's seal this. I will not rinse.
Let's just seal it in there and see what happens.
Like, Eragon... I mean, Saphira was into the idea too. Guys...
Well, she's 3 months old.
It's just like...
They've never used healing magic
You just
before.
think you probably shouldn't...
They killed him faster, I think.
Seal the poison inside of that old man.
Like, I don't think
don't
you
know.
survive a stabbing from a Razak, but I think they killed him way quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe that's good. He seemed to be in a pretty poor... He seemed a bit poorly.
I think he was a wee bit sick. Please help
he
me,
was
my old man is
actually,
very sick.
a little bit ill, so maybe... but yeah, I thought that was really silly.
Like, Garrow died, I was, like, a day after getting Razak poisoned.
No, because Eragon was unconscious for
like,
4 days.
Right! So he...
Like 3 days. Garrow, like...
Eragon absolutely killed Brom.
No, but Eragon...
Garrow
Listen
got
to me.
exploded, though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
Garrow got
worse.
exploded, he had a house fall on him, he was covered in horrible white burns, and he lived for, like, 5 days. And then Eragon does this healing spell on Brom, and he dies the next day.
Brom just decided he was done.
Yeah, I don't want to
Well,
deal with
no,
this.
Brom literally orchestrated, like, this is going to be some cool last words, and then survives another half day and doesn't say anything because he said his final words. He's not unconscious.
He's just fucking lying.
He's just
there.
like,
He's lying there, like, no, I said it. On to the next,
I
the
said
greatest
my
adventure.
stupid line.
and
And I
he's
will
also
not say
got,
another word because that was my final word.
He's got secrets that he's told Saphira to say after I die. You can
I
say
guess-
this stuff.
We can kind of get to that. I want to say
I thought
before
it
we-
was really mean that they made those horses climb a sandstone cliff
Yeah.
for an hour, and then they're
For an
gonna have to
hour.
get down. It's gonna be so
They're gonna
hard.
be scared.
And then they had to sleep in a cave, and there's no grass or water for them in
Yeah.
the cave.
They're just little horses. I do love
And
the
they had to meet a new horse. That's
Yes.
so horrible.
horrible day for Caddock and Snowfire and unnamed Grey Warhorse.
Even worse day for Caddock. He's about
He's
to
getting
be sold.
sold!
No!
Oh my god, he's getting sold to One Direction. I do love the Sandstone Zone though.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
I that
Nice
was
little
an
safe spot.
image that really stuck with me a lot, I think.
Mhm.
When I think of the midpoint of this book, I think of this like set piece, the
Yeah.
cave and the sandstone hills and stuff. I think they're cool. You could have just left your horses down at the bottom. They did not have to come up with you. I guess people are looking for them.
People are looking for them, but like an hour? That's so
You couldn't
hard.
have put them in like a
A
smaller
different
cave away
Like, yeah.
from you.
Like a stable cave, you
Mhm.
know?
You're allowed to like not sleep right next to your horse. It's okay.
They won't run away.
Like some
Well, they
horses
might.
get separation anxiety actually.
Yeah.
He's like
I don't
psychically
think
connected.
Caddock and Snowfire will though,
I
right?
think he's psychically connected to Caddock at least once. I think that horse is going to miss him very badly when he
No!
gets sold in the
Yeah.
and just to anybody in the next town.
Just to anyone in the next random
Whoever will
village
buy
they
him.
find.
You named him after your grandpa or something, and you don't
Yeah.
even care.
It's your granddad.
Unbelievable.
Should sell Snowfire instead.
He can't because
He
he's
can't.
Brom's horse.
Brom's
Well,
horse.
he's Brom's fucking Gandalf wizard horse. He can't sell him.
So so conspicuous.
The
Oh, big-
horse
you're on a
that
white
Brom
horse.
stole from that man.
Tricked him.
Brom extorted
Extort.
from that on.
Well, he paid him like 200 gold or whatever.
Yeah, he didn't
but-
really steal it. He
The
kind
guy
of
Well,
didn't
he
want to
didn't
sell
steal
it.
it.
he
but
tricked
he did.
him.
Yeah.
That's stealing.
He
Tricking
called
is
the
stealing.
bluff
It's
in
the
a
same thing.
mean
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, I think it's a good change from like the whole we are in the grassland that we've had the entire book.
Yeah.
But we're about to get into we are in the desert.
We're about to get to the desert.
We go through Gallade first.
Okay. Not at desert yet.
The desert's after.
No, it's okay.
I gotta say, I had kind of like misremembered the timing of a lot of this book, so I thought that like Brom was like injured but with them when they were in Gallade.
Oh.
Just kind of, I don't know why, I just thought this.
Mm.
It makes a lot more sense that he dies before that because there's no way he would have agreed to do
go to
that.
Gallade.
Yeah.
Well, the flight from Drosleona and the flight from Gallade are pretty similar.
Well, I mean, no, he would have agreed to go there. He would not have agreed to be looking for this elf. Sorry, this mysterious dream woman. He would not have agreed to do any of the breaking her out, which is the only thing I remember from Gallade.
Yeah.
No way Brom would have been on board with that.
Did Brom even know he was dreaming of this sexy elf?
Yeah, he told him.
I think so.
And
I
then
think Brom
Eragon's-
went, that's scary, I don't know.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Eragon said we should check every prison
Every
cell
woman.
in the city. It's not in the city, in the country. And Brom's like, that's stupid. But now he's dead, and Eragon's like, maybe she's in a cell on the way to the glade. We better check.
He sees one woman, he's like, okay, guys.
That's why Saphira laughs at him.
Yeah.
He's literally like, I can't explain it, but I think she's really special and we need to look after her. And Saphira's like, bro.
Guys, I
come
made up a
on.
woman in my dreams.
I made up a woman to fall in
Oh
love
my
with.
god, I really wish she wasn't real. I just keep dreaming of this woman. It's like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You made her up.
She's not there.
That's your, like, e-girlfriend.
It's your girlfriend in Canada.
She goes to another school.
Hannah's mysterious blood pyramid. She goes to a different school.
Brom coming out of his little, like, I'm dying seizure and immediately being completely lucid and ready to spill some
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Their seizure, like,
We're moving into Legacy of a Rider,
yeah,
but all
we're
three of
moving-
these chapters just kind of...
They kind of run together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are
the
basically
same
one
events.
chapter. But Brom having a seizure and them like, grab him, boys. It's like, you need to learn about the
That's not
recovery
what you should
position
do.
now. Nobody taught them
It's
first
also,
aid.
it says that he's fallen onto the ground. They're in a cave. What was he on?
He was on like a ledge at the
It was
back.
like a-
I had to
why
go
did
back
they
and
put
flip
him
to
on
it.
a
There's
ledge?
like
Why did you put him on a ledge?
I don't know.
To
It looked
look
like
at him?
it looked like a bed.
He fell off the shelf and he's on the cave floor.
Yeah.
off the shelf. Yeah, it mentions the ledge in one line, and then that's the next chapter, and then it's like, and he fell off the ledge. It's like, well, you didn't really establish
It
the
didn't
ledge
even say
very
he
well.
fell off the ledge. It just said that he's fallen to the floor. It's like from the floor.
No, it said Saphira's crouched over Brom, who had rolled off the ledge
Ah, I see.
and was on the floor. I don't think it mentions the ledge before that, though.
It does. It's so brief.
Oh, yeah. Saphira does put him on a ledge.
Puts him on
at
a
the-
ledge
at the
at
back
How
of the
did she
cave.
put him on a ledge?
Picks him up in her mouth, I guess.
This cave is so big. She's just in there with them.
Yeah. She's not.
And there's 3 horses.
Yeah, it's a very big cave. They are chilling. I watched a movie recently where, from like the 70s, and a woman has a seizure, and her sister puts her whole hand in her mouth
No!
to stop her from biting her own tongue off. But it's like, you're gonna kill her.
Yeah, oh my god.
But that was apparently just like normal
That's what
practice
people
back in
thought
the
you
day.
should do.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad they didn't do that to Brom and get their hands bitten off.
He's got the strength of an old rider. He could probably bite that fucking hand off.
Yeah, bro, he's gonna get you.
You'd want to.
Saphira waking Eragon up at the start of the chapter is so funny.
Screaming at him.
Like, he's just like, no, I don't wanna go away,
Arise!
Yeah, she's arise! Why does she speak like this? Eragon taught her to talk.
No, I love it. I love how weird she talks.
She inherited it.
This is
She's
how
such a
dragon
weirdo.
talks.
She talks a little weird later as well.
Mm-hmm. She is a little weird. I love her. She's not a human being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just such a good, like, non-human character. She's such a bizarre person.
Oh, fucking Brom.
Brom doing his, like, I am a rider reveal.
Oh,
Yeah.
before that, when he's like, bring me the wineskin.
Bring me the wineskin.
And Eragon's Brom was just like, bro?
Can't drink right now.
Pleased to hear him talk. You shouldn't drink wine.
He's immediately thinking, oh, like, I guess we're getting fucked up in this cave right
So
after the
this is
seizure.
not the time for you to be imbibing. And Murtag's like, yeah, hell yeah, old man.
I also like the wineskin's never been mentioned before ever. It just materialized, and the idea that every traveler in the world is just
He's
carrying
got
around a
one.
full
Brom's
bottle of Chardonnay.
Yeah, Brom's been carrying that Pinot Noir this whole time.
I do envision it as a red wine.
Yeah.
The
I don't know
tannins
why.
to take off the dye.
I just feel
guess.
like it
Yeah.
has to be.
Mm.
I don't
some
think
pretty
Brom
good dye.
or Murtagh would be drinking
White
like
wine.
Sav, you
No.
know?
Not a sparkling, not a delicious rosé.
I don't think they had the technology.
For sparkling wine? How do you even make that?
I'm pretty I don't know, actually.
know.
I was going to say I'm pretty sure it's Ed, but I don't fucking know.
Mm. We'll do some research and get back to you, I guess. Yeah,
I think Brom's a dramatic red wine kind of
yes,
guy.
absolutely.
Yes.
He's not. He's too
He's been
masked
carrying-
to go near a white
Sorry,
wine.
he's been carrying this wine for this reason.
Yeah.
If he was drinking it, it would be gone.
Yeah.
Like, He's been carrying
Specifically to
this
wipe the
wine
dye off.
so that he can eventually have a dramatic reveal where
It
he
is
wipes off
ruined
his
though
dye.
because Aragorn can't find it and he gets Murtaugh's wine instead.
Yeah.
What if that had been like a beautiful rosé and it just didn't work? It's like, why do you want me to wash your hands with wine?
It's not doing anything. Your hands are just getting sticky.
This like Brom reveal was such a gag of a reveal to a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
But
The
now
first time
it's-
I read it,
yeah, I was
probably
like, whoa. But now it's just like, yeah. I shockingly I did see this one coming.
I mean, going in with full knowledge that it's going to happen.
That is
you
true.
read
I
the book
should
differently.
have tried to wipe the data from my mind and figure it out as we go. But yeah, Brom, when Aragorn's like, why didn't you tell me all this shit? And he's like, there's no need to. Like, there was a
Brom,
need
there
to.
was so much
so
need.
much.
What he should have done is go, well, I just love lying and die.
Immediately on the spot.
It's so... There was extremely a need, Brom.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he just, like, whispers words into Aragorn's
7
ear.
words.
All I
7
could think
words.
was, like, what if he fucking forgets them? That's 7 words
Wait,
in a
I
second
better write
language.
this down.
Like...
He's just sitting there like, oh Christ, what did he say?
Yeah, like, I hope Saphira was listening.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking what
I
else?
just assumed Chris hadn't made up the words yet.
No, I
No.
assume that they're secret.
Mm-hmm.
They'll come up later.
Yeah, this whole death scene is, I think, supposed to be kind of poignant. He's very, like, wistful and...
It is
I-
a little bit, but
yeah.
I was laughing. I'll
The
be honest,
whole-
I giggled.
But now for the greatest adventure of all.
Exactly.
It's like, I could have accepted that if he just died right away, but to belabor the point that he's alive for quite a while after that.
What was the point of that? Like, in writing that, what was the point? Just to, like, have us
I
sit there
don't
and
know.
go, okay, Brom's lame as hell. I
Yeah,
got
he's
I
it.
just,
don't know,
like,
it
kind
just
of
made me
sleepy.
fucking think of, like, Reaper Cheap sailing off the end of the world.
No!
Like, he was actually going on the greatest
Yeah.
adventure of all.
That
like,
was
when he
actually-
says that kind of shit, it was for real.
Well, Brom was going on the
Brom's
great
just
adventure of dying from poison.
Brom's been talking about, like, I've been fucking wishing I was dead and have the greatest adventure of all. It's like, I don't think you think it's an adventure. You've just been saying a lot of things that make it seem like you don't think it'll be very good.
He, even on his deathbed, can't give up the cryptic old wizard shit.
Yeah.
Like, he loves it way too much.
I know. Like, I haven't read or seen Lord of the Rings, but that feels like a Gandalf piece of bullshit, you know?
Gandalf just leaves.
I feel like
Yeah,
Gandalf
Gandalf
would
just
say
leaves.
that.
Yeah, and go to Elfland or whatever.
Well,
Yeah,
he
I
says
don't know
fly
him.
you fools for his dramatic death scene, but he does come back.
But he's okay.
Yeah, he gets better.
Well,
Yeah,
he's a
I
different
know.
guy.
Yeah,
But he's
yeah.
okay.
He just has the
He's on a
vibe.
break.
You
No,
know?
he just comes back with a different outfit, I guess.
He is reborn. That's what happens, I think. But it's like,
Yeah, I guess he is an angel.
yeah, it's not that important in the scope of the movie.
Yeah. Now,
Or
is
books.
that before or after his big naturals? Is that a reborn?
Every
That's-
edit I've seen of
Yeah,
him
yeah,
with his
yeah.
big naturals, it is post
It's
rebirth.
post.
Okay.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
got
it's-
them
it's
in the primordial
rebirth.
stew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad to know this.
Like, I've never seen Gandalf the Grey's big fat titties, but I've definitely seen
Gandalf the
Gandalf the
White.
White.
I think this death scene was probably more poignant the first time I read it.
When you were 10?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like the entire time we've been reading this, we've been clutching and waiting for this to happen and praying for
Shit.
I
Brom's
just
fucking
couldn't stop
downfall.
thinking of the fact that Murtagh was like right there, just like watching.
He kind of gave them some privacy. He moves to the mouth of the cave.
Yeah, it's like he's just like being like really awkwardly like,
My ass would be like glass on the wall level listening.
And then he comes back like, hey, was this the Brom?
Hey, I heard he's...
Hey, now that he's dead, was that the Brom?
Like tucking
Like
his
Brom?
hair behind
Brom?
his ears, like, oh my god, was that
Oh my
Brom?
God.
Was that the Brom that killed Morzan?
Yeah.
Staring really hard at him, like, was it?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
I think it's really cool how Aragorn makes the grave, but I also don't know how he has the strength
Yeah, I was
to
gonna
do
say.
it.
Yeah.
That is in my notes, like, how the hell did he do that?
Yeah, I don't really get that. I think it's
The
cool,
power
though.
of sadness
I
or
liked
something.
it. The formatting on...
Oh my, can we
On
get
the
to that in a
epitaph?
minute? I have a couple more things before we get to the stone grave.
Literally, what could you possibly have?
Oh, I
Nothing
thought it was the
happens.
next chapter, sorry. No, I just had that I'm not sad about Brom
I
dying.
was just like, he dies
Yeah.
and they immediately bury him. What could you possibly have to talk about?
Aragorn's sad
But
about
it's
it, I
it's
guess.
sad for him to lose 2 dads in 3 months.
Yeah.
You know?
That
And he
sucks.
jokes to Seraph. I'm gonna kill myself.
To
To
Saphira.
Saphira, like, my heart died a long time ago. Like, he's
That's
so
the next
emo.
morning. That's after they bury him. They bury him instantly.
Yeah, the epitaph on the tomb is bad.
I hate the way it's formatted. Why is there a line break after father? It's just stupid.
Can you read it?
Here lies Brom, who was a dragon rider, and like a father, to me. May his name live on in glory.
Why is it? It's like, and like a father, line break, capital T, to me.
To me.
End.
Line break.
The full stop is after the to me.
Yeah, like, it pisses me off so much. It's not as if the line before that would be particularly long and unwieldy compared to everything else.
In fact, I think the formatting would be better if
it would be better. It would be better if it was the same line.
Like a open pyramid instead of like a closed one, and then like a flat line
It's a
at the bottom.
Christmas tree at the moment.
Yeah.
And then it literally wouldn't be him going, to me, to me.
Like, to who?
He was
if
not
anyone
like a
ever read
father
that.
to you, also.
No. He was like an old man who beat you up for 3
Well, I
months.
mean, he didn't have a fucking good father figure ever, but like, Brom was not particularly fatherly at any
No,
point.
definitely not.
I wouldn't have called him like a caring figure.
Just like an equally bad uncle.
Yeah, he was just Garrow again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Garrow
He's
but
like
beat
an
him with a
uncle.
stick.
He's like an uncle who took me drinking.
yeah, and but this one did teach me to read, unlike
This
my
one
other
did.
uncle who also could read.
It just didn't teach me.
Mm-hmm.
Brom was trying to be the cool uncle, but like the gimmick wore off.
Quick, and he realized he doesn't
couldn't
like
keep
children.
He couldn't keep it up long enough.
No.
He's not the
He
kind
was
of
like,
guy.
I'm going to be the cool uncle from a distance. And he kept it up, and then he was actually given custody after the freak accidents. I was like, oh, Christ.
God, I really didn't want to be this kid's godfather.
Oh no.
I didn't expect him to
It's
actually
actually
die.
really hard to look after him.
A teenager.
He's on the cusp of manhood. He doesn't need much looking after, but he could not stick it.
Brom would kill a toddler in a matter of weeks.
No.
Accidentally. But I don't think he could handle it.
I'm just reading here that Aragon stands and mourns till the rest of the evening. He's just standing there.
Yeah.
Bro, I am literally just standing
Yeah.
there. I do like the shape of the grave is cool. Like the faceted spire.
Yeah.
It is pretty. Like it's a cool spell he casts. If I was Mortag, I would be really scared.
Yeah. Yeah, Murtag's really chill about... I mean, I guess he's clearly a writer, so I guess
Murtagh knows what's going on.
Like, you...
Mortag's got knowledge.
Yeah,
you see the dragon, you're like, this guy's a writer and he's got magic. Like, it's pretty... But he's pretty chill about it.
Yeah.
I guess he had time while they were both unconscious to really think about it, while Saphira, like, growled at him.
Yeah. Like, there's a whole dragon in front of me right now and they're real.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
deeply chill for the situation.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows that they're real. The king has one.
Yeah.
But he's kind of the chillest guy ever.
And he already knew about Brom having stolen a dragon egg.
Yeah.
Which is, like, a fun little hint. Like, no one should know that, but he knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
really realize until, like, he was saying it, that Brom, like, killed Morzan while stealing that dragon egg.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of assumed it was different
Yeah, I
events,
thought they
but
were
he
different
disappeared after stealing it.
Morzan died really recently then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
Morzan
shit.
died, well, within the past
15 years?
15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's when Brom got to Carvahor.
Damn.
Damn.
That guy was alive for so long.
Yeah.
You know what? I think his wife was too young for him.
You think his normal age wife was too young for that 200-year-old man?
He wasn't like
I
200.
think Morzan was also like 80.
and Gal, yeah. I think that, yeah, him and Brom were pals when they were...
So he was like 100.
Yeah, so it's been 100 years since the whole overthrowing thing, and Morzan was a young man then.
Yeah.
Morzan and Brom were both young, and Galvortrix was like maybe 50 or so ish years older than them, because he like went to the wilds for a while.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, maybe he was like 140 on death.
Yeah, so I think he was a little bit too old
For
for
his
his
20-year-old
like, 20-year-old life.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Yeah.
I think that's a little inappropriate of him, but like I also get like where would he have found
140. Go to the elves.
Did he have other wives? I wonder if she was
just like
a...
over time.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah.
I mean, probably, right? He's not going to be celibate for
Well, he didn't need
100
to
years
marry
while he
them.
waits. Sorry. What do you mean?
Catholic
What do you mean?
upbringing.
Wait a second.
There are options.
If you guys are about to tell me something really scary, don't.
Are there any mentions of women being writers at all?
No.
I guess there's not many women mentioned at all.
No, but there's also
No,
no
but they
mention
also
of
haven't really
strictly
mentioned
men being
that they
writers.
have only been men. They've
Mhm.
only mentioned men, but that's...
Yeah, it's not like
Just
fully
being
indicative.
played.
It's just because
It's
it's a
just
15-year-old boy
yeah, a little
writing
boy wrote this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever...
I think that there were.
There were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever,
No,
like,
I think
brought up that
they
it's, like,
might
gender
have
segregated.
mentioned some.
I think we might find out about it in the new series.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be so fun.
Well, I
That'd be
mean,
fun.
I think we found out about it later in the series, but none of us remember.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, they definitely will talk more about writers and stuff.
Yeah, because
Guys, I think in the rest of the series they might reveal more things about writers.
the rest of the Dragon Rider series.
There might be some woman in the series. I don't know.
Nick, don't be fucking stupid, man.
There's at least one. She might be made up.
She might not be real.
Yeah.
There's Helen, but she's evil because she wants her husband to care or something.
No, I mean, the original Dragon Riders were elves, and elves are, like, a not gender segregated society at all.
Yeah.
So, like, it wouldn't make sense for only men to be.
But also they
Yes.
like live for abnormally long, so they wouldn't really want to partner up with humans in the first place.
Are there women dwarves? I don't know.
There are woman dwarves. I
Yeah,
think,
and they look like men.
yeah, I think they have beards. I think
Yeah.
it's... If I'm
Well,
imagining
okay,
that, I'm
they're-
gonna, like, I'm bombing the house.
No.
Don't worry.
I'm sure they have
It'll be
beards.
It'll be a shit
Small
bomb.
They've got to have beards.
They've got...
They
They
gotta-
have to.
they gotta
Please,
have
don't take this away from me.
Somebody.
I just really... Oh no, I remember one of the dwarves has a wife and she's like a character.
The Queen of Dwarves is a character.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, God, something's happening outside. Whatever.
Oh my
Enjoy
God.
our neighbour noise.
People live on our street.
This is crazy.
I can't believe it.
Um,
Did you guys hear a couple of nights ago the loudest fucking vehicle I've ever heard in my life starting up and driving down our street really slowly at like 1 a.m.?
I think
What?
so, yeah. Just like a really loud car.
Like, it sounded like it was exploding. It was like the internal combustion was external as it went down the street.
Yeah, I think I heard that.
Oh man.
Yeah, it kept me up a few days ago. I was about to go to sleep.
What were you doing up at 1 a.m.?
I think it was maybe 12:30. I had been reading a book.
Wow.
I didn't expect that.
From you? No way.
In the midst of our book read podcast.
You don't act like we read.
That's
Sorry.
true, yeah.
No,
We've got
cutting
resident
ties
reading
now. I
here.
read a ton
Yeah, Sean's
now.
back to reading.
I got
Sean
back
figured it
into
out.
it.
Yeah.
I'm back. When I walked down to get my banh mi for lunch today, I brought my book with me, and I read while I was waiting.
Yeah, this is
Four
like
whole
my
pages,
second book
baby.
of the year.
I've been reading my book because the weather's not been good. I've been reading my book while eating lunch. I'm reading it.
That's
The
good.
book I'm reading right now has short chapters, so I've been reading like 3 chapters.
Nice.
Eat lunchtime.
That is nice.
I need to finish it though so that I can read Ancillary Mercy. Gonna lose my shit.
Is that the last one?
It's the last in the trilogy. Then there's one like companion set after it, like different characters that's out. And I discovered today, later, in a couple months, another one comes out. And
Nice.
I'm gonna try and pre-order it because I'm so excited.
Oh my god,
Nice.
yay! It's gonna be so much fun.
So excited.
I'm,
Read and Licky.
I'm desperately trying to finish Mistborn.
Well, that's gonna take you fucking forever.
There's a lot of it.
I'm halfway through that book.
Oh yeah.
There's so many
That's
of
good.
them.
Yeah.
God, I forgot about the rest.
Yeah, there's like 4 of them.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'll
Stop
find
reading
6
this one.
coming.
Read Ancillary Justice.
Stop. Do you see my nightstand right now? I've got to finish them.
Yeah, I'll put a better book on it.
A better book for me to get halfway through and stop.
I gotta read
it's
that
really
dwarf book I got
engaging.
from the
I'll
op
read
shop.
it.
Oh yeah, read your dwarf. If the women don't have beards in that, throw it in the trash. Frankly.
Not
But when
worth
will
reading.
he even meet dwarves? We don't know.
Yeah, he thinks he's raised as like the only
Yeah,
dwarf.
he's like in a really tragic like transracial adoption situation where he's been raised by humans.
And he thinks he's
They'll
the
be
last dwarf
beardless.
left.
I think he's
And-
the last dwarf ever.
Yeah, I think he very quickly finds out that there are dwarves out there.
Why would you tell your dwarf son that all the other dwarfs are dead?
Well, maybe he doesn't. Maybe they.
Well,
don't
I
know.
don't think they know.
Maybe they went underground.
Yeah.
What are they doing down there?
Well, I guess I gotta read it.
Yeah. Read
Yeah,
your
I'll
dwarf
find
book.
out.
Okay, my first note for the chapter 38, the Diamond Tomb, is Eragon's little extreme emo moment of not even realizing he's carving why me.
Why me?
It's so funny.
So funny.
I've read an Aragon depression moment.
He's so miserable.
But yeah, just like, why me?
He wakes up and his eyes are like gritty from all the crying.
Yeah.
And the sand.
And the witch Angela was correct. There was a death in my future.
He is less sad about this than he was about Garrow, though, to be fair.
Yeah,
And I
guess.
think he's rightly less sad.
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's hardened his heart, I don't know.
His heart died long ago.
Exactly.
Now, the funny thing about that, maybe he says that to Saphira, my heart died long ago. Brom died yesterday. That's just not long. That's not long ago.
I think he's talking about Garrow.
So yeah, like he probably is on about Garrow.
Murtagh walks over and does the best comforting a man can do. Is he's how are you? Very ill. He's like, you gotta get better. Okay.
Do you feel better? I do love that Aragon just like admitting like, I'm
having
really
a bad
sick.
time, dude.
I'm very sad. My body hurts badly. It's like there's no posturing. There's no like macho. Like, which is like something you'd expect from like the male protag of a genre book like this. But
yeah, I like
it's
how
nice.
much Aragon's in touch with being really upset and crying and stuff. This is I'm sure I've talked about this on a different.
It's good for him to
episode as
show
well.
like
I
vulnerability.
like
Yeah, I mean he's just like we're so used to like super hardened protags who are like, whatever, this doesn't even hurt me, and Aragon's like on the floor wailing and screaming and crying, and it's
the
very
worst.
refreshing.
Why has this happened to me? My heart is dying. I'm ill.
I'm very unwell. Someone come help me.
This is so bad.
Someone come help my
Yeah.
fantasy protagonist. He's very sick.
I love that Aragon didn't think about the fact that building that tomb on the top of this giant hill would be like obvious. Until Murtagh's like, we should probably like leave.
We need to go now.
Yeah.
You built a cathedral on top of the rock. It wasn't there before.
I guess my main thing with this chapter is that Saphira knew so much shit all along and just didn't tell him.
She wasn't allowed to, I guess.
He's not her fucking dad.
Well,
Yeah.
She has respect for.
There's a bit of conversation with Murtagh first. There's like the stuff with like discovering he's got the mental barrier.
He's so mysterious.
Yeah.
He's so sus.
Aragon deciding he's putting aside his bow. I've written,
I'm going to live by the sword.
I'm gonna live by the sword, die by the sword. From now on, sword is life.
I love how freaked the fuck out Murtagh is when he sees the sword.
Yeah,
he's like, where did you get
That
that?
is the most evil sword.
It's like, can I take a look at that? This is the most evil creature.
Wait, why do you have the devil's sword?
And he
Real
flinches
quick.
at the name of the sword as well. Like,
yeah.
it's that bad.
Well, I mean, bad things happen.
Yeah, it did kill a lot of people.
Saphira hates it too. Saphira thinks that it's a butcher's blade.
Yeah.
Because it is.
Yeah, it's a very evil sword.
Yeah, and it's blood red. And it's...
Three young men sitting around a mic discussing, can an object be evil? Or is it just what it's used for?
I was thinking about this earlier, like, as in a God, I wish we still had swords kind of way. Like, having...
Go to an anime convention.
Yeah, true.
He
well,
did.
I did just last weekend.
Did you buy a sword?
No, there weren't any swords for sale. It's a cosplay convention. It's more
different.
like everyone's selling Hades prints and Critical Role merch. No swords
Do you
for
think
sale.
Crit Role people are fucking fuming that people at cons are making heaps of money off their IP?
I don't know. I think about half of them are probably happy with it. I think Talison's fuming.
Why? What's your beef with Taliesin?
Actually, no, I think Taliesin would be alright with it.
I think it's just they're behind the scenes guys.
Yeah,
People who are
yeah.
like marketing. Anyway, your
yeah,
sword.
No, swords having inherited the evil of their owners. Very cool, being passed down.
Yeah.
I think conceptually it's fun. I don't think the sword itself could be evil though,
I
right?
think it would be cool if he could like mentally contact it and have like a vibe.
Yeah, if it was like a corrupting object, that'd be really
Yeah.
cool. I love that trope a lot. I think it's really fun.
Because there's two sides. Either it's like the swords themselves bear the personality and are like almost living objects, or they're just like another hunk of metal that someone happened to use.
It's just a thing that you're assigning meaning to.
Yeah. But swords are always like really symbolic.
Yeah. They always have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh, bring that
Bring
shit
back swords.
Oh my god, hold on. Oh, we can get it here. I bought a really cool bookmark today. Check this out. Oh my. It's a sword.
Yo!
You guys can't see this, obviously. It's a sword. What must I say?
It's a clear, colourless plexiglass kind of...
etched with white markings. It's cute.
Oh, did you get that from Elysium?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Bleep that.
Did you get that from...
Only if you cut out the talk about the con. Can't be revealed.
Yeah, can't tell people where we live.
I don't think I can be bothered doing that much.
Understandable.
Sometimes I do, but I think it's staying in.
What else happens? Oh yeah,
They decide to travel with each other.
Yes, that's very nice. I'm so glad they're hanging out.
I love Aragon actually considering Saphira's thoughts on it and being like, I would be keen to hang out with you, but I need to ask Saphira first.
Yeah. And also this guy is like kind of mysterious and scary.
He's very... The iron wall mind thing is really scary.
It's so cool.
Yeah, that's really scary because that's like...
Nobody should be able to do that.
Like all the time, that's crazy.
And it's like high level magic.
Yeah, he's not even
it's not like magic to do that, but it's like you create the wall by thinking about one thing, and you can't tell if someone's in your mind until they start doing stuff with it. So he's just got, like, how does he have that? It's crazy.
Also, he knows that it exists, right?
Yeah.
He knows that mind reading's there.
Like, it would be a different thing entirely if it was like, he probed for it and then he felt it happen.
Yeah.
But it's just there
it's just
and it
there.
stops him.
Yeah.
It's sick. Murtagh just goes, you're insane and I know it. I love him.
Yeah.
I think there's something wrong with this guy.
I think there's something seriously wrong with this
Guys, I
dude.
think something might be being foreshadowed.
Wait a
I'm
second.
scared.
Hold on, I don't like it.
Yeah. His conversation with Saphira is just him being like, I can't believe this. Oh yeah, I knew that.
I knew that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I knew that
sorry.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know other things too.
And I'm not telling you how I'll be honest, I don't like it very much.
I don't love it.
I
mean, I thought that Saphira knew the whole time because she wouldn't put up with this bullshit.
Yeah.
But I don't like it. I don't
No.
like that he told her a bunch of things and she kept it.
I don't. This is
she's
my
continuing
main
to do
note.
it.
Is that
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't buy that in a relationship where you are like magically bonded and you have your brains are basically in each other's heads, and like clearly like they have a lot of emotion for each other and they really care about each other. In a relationship like that, I don't buy that she would be willing to keep someone's secrets from him, secrets that directly impact him, and like have put him in harm's way and stuff like that, for like some random old guy she doesn't know.
Well, she knows that he's a writer though, so he has the history and like
Yeah.
legacy that she does know.
There is that kind of like barrier.
So she
of
does
respect.
have like that respect for Brom to keep some of those secrets. But I think I don't know. The sword is probably the worst thing, right?
Yeah. I also like. I don't think it fits for the relationship like this early in the series, but I do think it's good character for Saphira, who kind of like she becomes this kind of like I know what's good for you kind of figure later on, which I think she kind of inherits from Brom and like I don't know, monkey see, monkey do. Kind of this is how I look after you, kind of as a character trait, which is cool and cute and fun, but I really wish she wouldn't.
Actually, maybe she didn't know about the evil sword being so
No,
evil.
she didn't
She
know
doesn't know
about
about
that
the evil
because she
sword.
was surprised by it.
Yeah.
I do like that he's getting worked up about this, and she's like, okay, but he said that he liked you.
And
And he's
that
like, that
wipes it
like,
away.
wipes
He's like,
everything away.
instantly.
And I'm just like, but is that true? Or did she make it up?
I
That'd
hope
be
she
funny
made
if
it
she
up.
made it up.
Yeah, what the?
Because that's a little sappy for Brom if she was quoting him.
Well, his last words were
the greatest inventor of all.
Yeah, but that's not showing affection to anyone.
No.
Oh yeah, true.
What
Brom wouldn't
Saphira
do that.
tells Aragorn is that Brom told her that out of everyone in Alagasia, he's glad it was Aragorn and he thinks that he's the best fit, which I don't believe.
I don't
that's kind of
believe.
a stretch.
I mean, maybe he said that to Saphira, but I don't think he meant it.
No. Maybe he told her that so that she would be nice to him.
Yeah. So do you have a bag of pasta on your desk?
No, those are
Horse feet.
Those are horse beans.
Okay. I just looked over and it looked like little.
Like shell pasta.
Yeah, I'm eating dry fatsuli. Crunching away in my meetings. You know how it is.
You're always complaining about your teeth hurting. Your jaw hurting.
If only there was some way to soften this pasta.
Do you see them being open? I don't think so. I buy a lot of crunchy foods because I love crunchy food, but I can't eat them because my teeth hurt too much. You see the eternal cycle of hell I'm trapped in here?
Bring the mortar and pestle into your room. Crunch it up.
My powders. Put a little bit of water in there. Delish.
Reconstituting
Got me a bit of
pasta.
joker mush. Them doubling back to go to Gilead is like, oh my god, this is gonna take you fucking forever.
I know, we get a time skip,
so far.
guys.
Bro,
so
look
far.
where they see this this hill formation. That's
Yeah.
where they are,
Baby.
and Gilead is
Like,
right
all
back.
the way back.
Yeah,
It's
they
so
go
far.
all
They
the
could have
way
gone there
back.
straight from Darrett.
Yeah.
Like Brom knew that Varden guy was in Gilead.
They could
And he
have just
didn't
gone
want
that
to
way.
go to pick up Varden.
That's
He
true.
didn't want to go to... Yeah.
It's gonna take them forever.
Yeah.
My last note here is that I love how Saphira is described in this chapter. Like, it's the line of, like, her big blue head slumping to the floor.
So
And,
cute.
like, her long mouth. And I don't know, I love it. I think she's weird.
Yeah.
She's
I
very
love her
cute.
dragon magic.
I love
It's
her
so
dragon magic.
beautiful.
It's so beautiful. All I could think of was what if he just rots in there and everyone can see
His
it.
nasty corpse. I mean, sandstone's really porous, and I don't think the stone under him got turned to diamond, just the stuff above
And
him.
also, like, he was in, like, the tomb.
Mhm.
He wasn't, like, they didn't just, like, pile this dirt into a seal around him.
Yeah.
He's in some anaerobic bacteria are in there.
Bro, somebody's gonna
Maybe
look
the
in
magic purifies
Yeah,
it.
yeah, fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
yeah.
But somebody's gonna look in that in 50 years, and it's gonna be a black soup.
It's gonna be so
It's gonna be
gross.
Like,
yucky.
ugh.
And the diamond's got like sun streaming through it, so it's hot.
It's
in
really
there.
hot in there. He's
They are
baking.
boiling that old
Cooking
man.
him. What is he cooking?
Saphira's
Oh,
actually
God.
fucking cursed him for eternity.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
I like the description of the white diamond twisting over the surface.
It's really
It's
pretty.
really pretty description.
Yeah, it's
Don't
a
worry
lovely
about the
description.
logistics.
I just had a brain poison
Yeah, actually,
moment.
what if it's bad?
No, I think
Yeah.
that thought is one I've had many times before. What if it cooked him, and what if he was soup, and what if he was a nasty skeleton down there?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I just felt
You know.
really bad. What if it's not
do
good?
we think that the diamond at least made the epitaph really hard to read? I'm praying and begging.
Yeah, maybe she fixed it.
Yeah, maybe she edited it while she
Yeah.
did that.
Just text editor moving it around.
Change the
Like
kerning
a
on
father
Yeah.
to me?
To me?
Okay, I'm gonna move
Yeah,
that.
no.
I'm just gonna fix that really quickly. I hope that
Kids
some
for a
random
read.
people.
it.
don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
I hope so.
I hope some random people see that and make a new religion opposing the Halgreen religion.
We got a cooler, scarier fire.
Cooler, shinier object.
I found a new rock and this one's full of good energy instead of evil energy.
My worry is that people are gonna find that, go, holy shit, big diamond, and take
And start
it.
mining it. Yeah.
Yoink! I would.
Start carving into
Fuck that
shit.
old man.
Fuck that old man. Is a dude in there?
There's a soup
Whatever.
in there.
There's a soup in there.
Maybe I'd be a little scared of releasing the curse that's under
Yeah.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Like there's a man in there.
Mm.
And he's like, well, I mean, he's not. I gotta assume the magic will protect him and he will not decay in there. So it's like if you take any of this diamond, he's gonna wake
gonna
up
wake
and
up
he's a
and
dragon
eat
rider
you.
and you squint really hard, you can read
Yeah,
it.
And
he
he was
has
like
a
a
sword.
father to me.
Yeah, that's everything I got. She's so magical and cute and fun. I love her.
Yeah.
Next they are going to Gilead. Obviously, we
Yes.
said that.
it must be sometime.
Hey, what's the name of the next chapter? I wonder what's going to happen in Gilead.
Capture at Gilead.
What?
Oh, we're gonna get
Oh,
there
no.
quickly. That's good.
Guys. There's going to be a capture.
So we capture at Gilead.
Yeah.
and-
Am I on summary next week?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what have we got? Capture at Gilead. Oh god, this one's in the ancient language. Do Sundava Frior. What is this?
Frior?
Frior? Yeah, do
Yeah,
Sundava
sure.
Frior and Fighting Shadows.
Fighting.
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 Oh, it's kind
Oh,
of
yo,
long.
shadows? Hell yeah.
Oh, sick. Wait a minute. My boy Doris
Wait
is
a
showing
minute.
up.
Yo.
What is that? like 25 pages.
Yeah,
30,
so
35.
Hopefully more
that's
things
kinda
happen
solid.
in those
I
chapters
think
than
a
these.
fucking lot happens next chapter.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're gonna go to Gilead and nothing's gonna happen. They're gonna go shopping and it's okay.
Yeah, they're gonna.
I
capture
hope
some
these guys
weirdos.
don't get captured.
No way. I don't think so. Bro, one of these chapters is called Hall of the Mountain King. How
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
We are creeping closer and closer and closer to Bless the Child, bro.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
It's coming up.
No, that's
soon.
ages away.
We're here after next episode.
Yeah, but that's
Okay, yeah, it's like 4 episodes away. 5.
Yeah.
You're
like
right.
near the
Sorry,
end of
I just
the
love it so
book.
much.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
looking for
fucked
it.
up.
Beautiful.
Fucking repercussions.
What do you mean consequences for my actions?
Would have been
What do you
good if you
mean?
taught that kid how to read.
What do you mean long-lasting series,
Let's
long
go.
consequences for my actions? So good.
So excited.
So I'm on Summary next week.
Yeah.
What do we got? You can find us on socials. We have now everywhere.
We've had.
I know.
It's for
The
Dragon
beginning
everywhere.
of the podcast.
I know. But
Don't say it like this.
wait a second. Cut it. You can find us on Twitter, Tumblr, Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
E is for Dragon.
We're on Spotify
We're
and
on
Apple
Spotify
Music.
and Apple Music.
And
Basically,
Google Podcasts.
Yeah.
anywhere you can get podcast. Reviews would be swag. But
Oh
yeah.
my god, yeah, what have we got to
Yeah.
review?
Yeah.
We should get one of our flatmates to give us a review so people
Boost.
will be like, yeah, we can review too.
Good idea.
None of them have listened to
Metrics,
this.
yeah, nobody cares. Michael listened to the first episode.
Tell us about your
Yeah.
thoughts on Murtagh
Yeah.
in the comments.
Yeah, comment and
Like
subscribe,
that.
bros. And we'll see you next
Yeah,
week.
send
Hell
us like a
yeah.
DM or whatever.
We will probably
One person
reply.
has DM'd us.
Yes,
I
hello.
DM'd with one person on Reddit.
It was very cute. It was very sweet.
It was sweet. Yes.
We'd love to hear from you guys. All right. And until next week, we have been Ears for Dragon.